Okay, so the second that DreamWorks introduced their new opening logo, everyone decided to be a little baby and whine about how we're going to see the Boss Baby and Trolls every time a new DreamWorks movie is released, and then DreamWorks went ahead and said that they are open to changing most of the films that they include in the intro. So seriously though, what was all the fuss about? Because of this brand new update in the OG DreamWorks fan community and Twitter page. Oh yeah, speaking of which, no cap, DreamWorks literally went ahead and chatted out a little letterboxd review that I did on Puss in Boots: The Last Wish like the kings that they are. Thank you, you sweet summer child. Anyways, where was I? Because of the new opening logo, I thought it would be the right time to do a ranking of every DreamWorks introduction. No, actually, that would take too long. Why not just keep it clean and simple and just rank my 10 favorites? I do really miss the classic DreamWorks opening that would get to their movies, as well as their really cool reinventions of the logo, some of which were amazing, and some of which were literally just auto-tune playing for 20 seconds straight. I mean, seriously though, Trolls, get a life. I will certainly miss the fun old good stuff that they had in store for us, but at the same time, I am quite curious about what the future holds. I'm excited, sue me. So for a good old trip down memory lane, I watched every DreamWorks movie logo intro. So here are some ground rules. I've decided that since the new intro with Puss in Boots 2 is so different from the rest of DreamWorks and the movie itself, I'm not going to count it. Also, sometimes there might be a movie or two that is here for a different reason than others. I might happen to find it really funny or simple yet effective. This is all just my opinion, so don't go all Twitter on me. One more thing, because I'm aware that I can't be bothered with editing a 15 to 20 minute video, let's just keep it short and sweet and not ramble on about any of these picks. I might go into a bit more depth with the top 5, but because I don't want to just play the same intro over and over again for you guys, mostly short and sweet, alright? Anyways, let's get to ranking Dream Boy. The Prince of Egypt is the best DreamWorks movie of all time. It has one of the top 3 best scores out of any DreamWorks movie, and it uses that score to make for a mysterious, eager, enhancing, and most of all, powerful opening logo. There's really nothing else to say. It keeps the classic DreamWorks skull across all the letters and then slowly zooming out as we see the entire word in all of its glory. Not much else to say. I don't want to waste your time. It's great, but you already knew that. Damn, I don't know why, but there's just so much energy with the introduction logo for Madagascar Europe's Most Wanted. It's just so fire. I love what they do with the music especially. It's so upbeat and it does something pretty extraordinary, and that is paying homage to the transition from Madagascar 2 to this one. You can totally sense the vibe of the second movie mixing with the vibe of what you're about to see with the third movie. The glide down from the cloudy area of the intro to the actual intro of the movie, it's just great stuff, man. Okay, forget everything I just said about fire. The Puss in Boots intro has actually got the riz. Yeah, I can't believe it. I never knew how much I enjoyed the theme of this first movie. I mean, can you really blame me? I don't really love the movie, so it's nice that at least I find the theme soundtrack really cool. There's just something so exciting about this intro. There isn't really any reinvention with the animation itself, but that doesn't matter because, God, this music. Madagascar 2's logo introduction has something that the Madagascar 3 logo introduction will never ever have. It's absolutely hilarious. Just the way that the boy rests on the moon, only for the penguins to sneak out and beat the living daylights out of him so much so that they couldn't actually show it. That's cinema, baby. I mean, I also find the B-movie intro funny where Barry Benson messes with the moon boy to where he falls off and dies, but I like this one even more. Yet another reason to absolutely adore this movie like I do. I really didn't know just how good the intro was for Rise of the Guardians. The reinvention of this logo is just, dare I say it, genius. Jack Frost replacing the Moon Boy and the wintry, snowy, frosty vibe of the moment is such a nice touch. And the music, holy macaroni! The aesthetic of this intro is easily one of my favorites in any DreamWorks movie. If this intro is a short representation of the creativity and the artistry of the rest of the movie, then we might just have a top 15 DreamWorks movie on our hands. I love the mystery behind the How to Train Your Dragon intro. It's very engrossing, and I think that not only the music plays a massive part in introducing this tone, but it also feels like this same template of the intro that they use for all their movies seems a little different. Toothless subtly flying by the DreamWorks moon is especially cool. It's just such a great little detail. The music's great, the vibe and tone is mysterious and unique compared to the rest of DreamWorks. Honestly, it's just really great stuff. Sometimes a simple change to the intro is the best option. I'm sorry, but it would be an insult to keep Shrek out of the top 5. It's just amazing how effective the bare changes that this opening logo makes are to the rest of the movie. First of all, the small edits made to the S's in the title are awesome. They let it hint at you that this might just be a little bit different of a film compared to the rest of the DreamWorks output at the time. And can we just talk about the score for a second? That melody is phenomenal. It's so powerful and enriching, and God, I just love it so much. In terms of straight creativity, it's not amazing, but I totally think that it's one of the most effective DreamWorks introduction logos of all time. Incredible. For number 3 on this list, we have a 3-way tie. Yeah, I know, sue me, I hate it too. I really didn't want to group different movies together because it just makes everything way too confusing. But seriously though, for the life of me, I couldn't decide on how to go about ranking these 3 films. The Kung Fu Panda intros are basically all equal levels of greatness, or should I say, awesomeness. The art style is just fantastic, with all 3 intros being equally beautiful and paying respect to the defining colors that each film is going for. Like the first Kung Fu Panda movie, its colors are red and I guess orange. The third film is green and bluish, just as some examples. Each one is so distinct to the movie itself, and that makes it pretty much impossible to rank one higher than the other. They are all also possibly the most creative intros, giving way to the sort of excellent movie you're about to see. Great stuff. And more importantly, what 2 films could possibly have a better intro than the Kung Fu Panda films? I'm sorry, but I just had to do it. Madagascar's opening is just godlike. It doesn't do anything with the animation, but who even cares when it's got one of the most majestic opening songs for an animated movie? Actually, no, scratch that. A movie. Born Free was a phenomenal choice to kick this film off. There's something so grand about it, and the orchestral score before the lyrics begin is just gorgeous. It makes me so happy that they didn't actually change the visuals here, because it's really nice to just see a classic DreamWorks opening logo with such a grand and unbelievable song playing over it. And I know we're not meant to talk about anything other than the intro, but that first scene, man, why does it feel so powerful and uplifting? It's Madagascar and Born Free. Considering the title alone describes Marty's entire journey across the film, that's just perfect. I feel like I'm in the middle of a dream whenever I see this. What a sensational opening to such an excellent movie. And yet, there is still one more that I think is even better. It wasn't even close. The Croods logo introduction is beautiful and so insanely powerful in so many ways. I didn't even know that they could do this good within the logo presentation itself. No, not even the movie, just the logo. I think most people are going to argue that something like Rise of the Guardians or How to Train Your Dragon, or especially the Kung Fu Panda films, would have the best reinventions of the logo, but when a movie is making me almost tear up before it even begins, it should be enough to recognize that the Croods opening is just different. It starts with nothing, only for a small spark to emerge and eventually light up an entire cave wall, and as the spark travels amidst all the drawings that had been crafted, we see the DreamWorks logo light up in all of its glory. Something so tiny and irrelevant had the power to light up an entire cave. How powerful is that? And the movie hasn't even begun yet. And that's my fave Moonchap logos, you bunch of chumps. I am getting very close to 10,000 subscribers, like, it's getting dangerously close. So yeah, I don't really know why I brought that up, I'm just a little proud of myself. I'll have my 10,000 subscriber special as my next video, probably, I don't know. So yeah, look out for that. It's gonna be a big one. Anyways, DreamWorks is the best, but you already know that.